Hello and welcome back for another video with Epic Experiment. We are on the draw and looking at a very nice hand with a few Dark Rituals, some mana, and some draw spells. So we're going to keep this and might have a sort of figure it out as we go game. So we're up against Blue-White Red Delver, which is probably one of our worst matchups since all of their cards interact well with all of ours, and we're incredibly land light, so Wasteland is very painful for us. So yeah, that Wasteland, like I mentioned, incredibly bad for us, but I'm not really in the business of mulliganing hands that can cast Manamorphose into Ritual, Seething Song, a couple Sign in Bloods, and whatever we draw, in this case, Burning Wish. So, hand was very good. We just happened to be playing against a deck. Sorry about the fire truck. We just happen to be playing against a deck that is very good against what we're up to. So we're going to discard this Sign in Blood and probably get our skull caved in by Delver of Secrets. Hopefully their hand is like 4 Swords to Plowshares and a Lightning Bolt, but I somehow doubt it. Okay, so I think we're just on the cast a bunch of spells, therapy them in the middle for Force of Will, and Burning Wish for Tendrils plan. Unfortunately, we don't have a ton of time to execute on that. But any red producing land will put us in business. But yeah, that Wasteland obviously hurt pretty bad. So, one of the changes that I made to the deck from when I wrote about this last Thursday was I cut the Empty the Warrens plan, since as Jerry pointed out, it's a pretty redundant thing with multiple main deck Tendrils of Agony to also have Empty the Warrens. So we're going to fire off some spells. They're going to Spell Pierce one of them, and we're going to concede. It may in fact be this one. Okay, we're done. It's over. So like I said, we cut down to 1 Empty the Warrens in our sideboard because what we want to do is cast 10 spells and Tendrils. To that effect, we want a bunch of discard. We don't really care what's in their hand. We don't care about looking at it, rather. And we don't want to draw multiple Epic Experiments, so we're going to cut down on that and just have 9 cards that interact with them. We're going to have 10 cards that are sort of our business, 8 cards that keep things flowing, and the rest of our deck is mana. So, we would like to play. We would like to not get Wastelanded. That would be really nice. And we're going to lead off with Sulfur Vent so that we can duress them on turn 2. And hopefully they don't have Wasteland on the draw, because that would be really bad for us. as Wasteland always is. So if this trades with a Daze, then that's awesome. If it trades with a Spell Pierce, awesome. Basically, if it trades with anything, that's super cool. So they have Pierce, and we'll pass it back. We can Burning Wish for Thoughtseize at some point. Right now, as it looks like. Since we have a lot of setup cards in our hand, so we'd like to get those out as soon as possible. We would like to use this ability. We'd like to get Thoughtseize and cast it. And if we get Dazed, that's cool. We just want to use all of our mana every turn since we have not a ton of mana production and quite a few things to do with all of our mana. So we'll start by Cabal Therapying them. I expect them to put in Batterskull. Then we can name Force of Will, since that's what you name. They have Stifle, Meddling Mage, and Brainstorm, and Wasteland. Jesus. Stifle, Mage, Brainstorm. Well, they're tapped out, and I don't think we're going to get a better opening. So, like, we're going to lose one of these lands next turn, and they have Stifle for Tendrils, and we're working towards a natural Tendrils, so I actually just don't think it's getting better than this. Less than ideal. But, we can therapy their Stifle. Yeah, we can therapy their Stifle. Well, actually, we should be therapying their Meddling Mage. Actually, we can Pyroblast their Meddling Mage, and if we Burning Wish for Past in Flames, we can Past in Flames and, like, flashback some rituals once we have them. I think we're winning through Past in Flames, so I think we just don't want them to Brainstorm away their Lightning Bolt. So that probably could have gone a little better for us, but I think that was a point where we had to move in on trying to make things happen. As it turns out, we're not doing so well on that front. But we weren't doing phenomenally in the abstract. Oh, Jesus, they drew a piece of equipment. That's bad for us. Yeah, so they're going to violin, like, Sword or Jit or something. We're still not dead, but we have to generate 16 storm. And we can pyroblast their meddling mage. Oh, right. Yeah, they still have lightning bolt. Okay. I'll see you in a sec.